Hi, everybody. It's Craig Arun back with your Tuesday NBA rundown of games. We've got 7 NBA games for you for Tuesday, the 20th of January, 2026. We've been hot as of late. Let's turn it back up. Wasn't our best free play run yesterday, but our premium plays have been good. So how do you get on the premium plays? Very easily. We've got a special for you. You get on a 2-for-1 deal. So a week pass is normally $90 each per sport. We're going to give you both of us. So 50% off right here at this link, docsports.com/Craig Arun. So we'll both have plays tonight in the NBA. IC's on a 20-10 run the last month in the NBA. I'm on a 4-2 run going back the last week. We did have a day off in there, but other than that, most days we both have a play. Some days I even have two. So make sure you get on at docsports.com/Craig Arun. Okay, I see NBA for tonight kicking us off. Phoenix and Philly. Both of these teams won yesterday on Martin Luther King Day. Philly's favored by 1, total of 224. Looks like a pretty good game. Odds say it's going to be a pretty good game. What do you like?
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. You have the Phoenix Suns here who have, 3 more raw wins, obviously, than Philadelphia. Phoenix, I had to make my screen bigger, Craig. I think I'm getting old. I think I'm getting some old eyes. I had to make my screen like an old man screen. Phoenix Suns here, they won 109-99 back on January the 6th. This was last year. They won the last 3 in a row coming in. Phoenix beat Brooklyn 126-117. They beat the Knicks 106-99. They're rolling coming into this context. Philadelphia did beat Indiana 113-104. I wouldn't call that overly impressive. They outscored them by 7 points in the fourth quarter, which was really the difference. Indiana played well. They shot 50% from the field in that contest. The difference was that Philly got a cool 36 free throws and Indiana only got 14 free throws, so that seems a little unfair. But Phoenix, of course, comes in off back-to-back wins. Philadelphia coming off of a nice win. Philly has certainly struggled. They're around 6-4 over the last 10 games. Phoenix will certainly get up for this game. The next game for Phoenix is against Atlanta. The next game for Philadelphia is against Houston. Look, this game can go either way. I was a little surprised to see Philadelphia coming in as the favorite at 224. I'm going to back the under in this game. I think what will happen is Phoenix comes off giving up 117 points, their highest game that they've given up since over the last 10 games. They've only had one game where they've given up more points, and that was against Miami. And then you combine that with Philly scoring 113 points and coming off a win. Philly's continue to struggle to score coming off of a win. And I'm going to take the under 224 between the Suns and Philadelphia. All right, Craig, the Spurs are coming in as a 3.5-point dog here against Houston. That could be a little bit of a surprise, right? But the Spurs beat them 121-110 last time. Houston has a little revenge. And who do you like here as Houston comes in as 3.5-point favorites?
Yeah, the reason why they're this big of favorites is because Houston's rested. And we had San Antonio played yesterday, like you said, and beat Utah by 13. They didn't have to really – that wasn't like a high-stress game, and it's a very, very young Spurs team. So other than Harrison Barnes, it seems like every guy on the team – I guess Luke Cornett's a little older too, but most of the key players are young. So I don't think it's going to affect them that much. The problem with Houston is they don't have a lot of outside shooting. It's going to be their problem until they either make a trade adjustment here before the trade deadline, or it's just going to cost them probably the chance to move on and come playoff time. Give me the Spurs plus the 3.5 in this one. I'm not worried about that back-to-back spot. I mean, I wish it wasn't a back-to-back spot, but we wouldn't be getting this number if it was. So I think there's extra value built in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. Next game, Clippers and the Bulls. Bulls favored by 3, total of 227. Of course, Clippers have been hot. They did win at Washington on Martin Luther King Day. No Kawhi yesterday. I haven't seen a whole lot of news that he's going to play here. I think they sent them home is what I heard. So I'm guessing he's not playing here. What do you like here? Do you think that cost them the win here?
Yeah, I mean, look, Kawhi's obviously out. And so is Bogdanovich, et cetera, coming in this game. Clippers coming in as a 3-point dog. But the Clippers also went into Toronto with actual Kawhi and won. Clippers have now won 6 in a row. They've just been playing good basketball. We've been talking about it on this podcast for a while now. Clippers come off a nice win against Washington as well. They shot 46% from the field last game. They shot 18% from three-point land. Washington shot 43% or so as well. The Clippers, that was an impressive win, 110-106. Chicago, of course, comes into this game beating Brooklyn 124-102. So both of these teams are off of nice wins here. Chicago did come off that nice win against Brooklyn, but they had immediate revenge against Brooklyn from that 109-112 loss. So they bounced back. Chicago, to their credit, is 3-2 over the last 5. I know you're like, I see, is that not really that great? No, but for Chicago, they were losing a lot of games, and now they're kind of back to winning a little bit here. That's because they're showing a little bit of depth. Look, the Clippers are playing phenomenal right now. The Bulls are off of a nice win. I'm going to take the Clippers plus the 3. They can absolutely win this game outright. I'm going to take the points. Craig, Minnesota comes in as a minus 11-point chalk against Utah, and nobody likes them. 23% of the public backs the favorite. 72% of the public backs the dog, which is very interesting. Minnesota beat them 120-113 last time. Minnesota's off back-to-back losses to San Antonio, Houston. That's probably why. Utah, of course, comes off 4 straight losses, but they did cover against the Spurs. Who do you like?
Yeah, the big news here for Utah, they played yesterday, lost. Markkanen looks to be out in this one. He's been dealing with injuries and sickness for like 2 weeks now, but it has him out. So I would wait till game time, but I'm guessing that is right. When he's been out, they've really struggled this year. And I think they do so again. They did cover yesterday in that loss to San Antonio, but that still was 13 points. But the line was 16.5. I think Minnesota, I see some 10.5s out there even. I think Minnesota takes care of business. Lay the points with Minnesota on the road. Next game, Toronto Raptors at the Golden State Warriors. Warriors are winning, but just slightly here as they're playing at the end of this Martin Luther King Day. I think they're winning 4, 5, 6 points late in the third quarter. But they face a Toronto team that has gotten things together and then all of a sudden slid back. I mean, it's just a hard team to figure out. Warriors favored by 3.5 in a back-to-back. That's an old team, total 227.5. Does the age bother you on this back-to-back for the Warriors?
Toronto beat them 121-127 early this year, but of course, we got to keep an eye on this Warriors score here, right? The Warriors coming in up by about 7, so I think they're laying 5.5, so we'll see what happens there. Toronto, of course, beat this team in overtime, so Golden State really would like another crack at them. Toronto, though, comes off back-to-back losses to the Lakers and to the Clippers, and it's been a while since this Toronto team has lost 3 straight contests. I think you have to go back to, early December when they had that stretch between the Lakers, Charlotte, and Boston. Golden State comes into this game having won 3 straight. Now they're looking to win 4 straight. Nice win against Charlotte. They're playing really well right now, Golden State. And we talked about it on yesterday's video. They're getting a ton of depth right now. They got about 10 guys who scored at least 5 points last game. That's phenomenal for this Golden State team. Don't underestimate the value of 5 points off of a bench. It's a pretty big deal, especially in the NBA when a team can score about 115, 100, or whatever. Imagine if you got a 5% increase in point total. That's a pretty big deal. So, look, I like I think the Golden State Warriors can probably get revenge. I think the difference, though, is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. I can see Golden State playing a lot better defense. Because the last time they played this team, they ended up giving up, Toronto scored 141, but Toronto put up 19 points in overtime against them, which was ugly. So basically, they put up around 122 points in regulation on them. I don't see that happening here. Give me the under between Toronto and Golden State. And Toronto, of course, comes out back-to-back losses, which should motivate them too. Craig, Lakers 2.5-point chalk against Denver. Nobody likes the Nuggets here because the Nuggets coming off that loss to the Charlotte Hornets, which was my top play 2 days ago. I took the Hornets plus the 1 on the road. Lakers, of course, coming off a nice win against Toronto, 110-93. That's why everybody's back at the Lakers. Everybody remembers what people did recently, not what people have done over the last several games. Denver, of course, did lose to Charlotte, but they had won 4 in a row before that. Lakers off a win, Denver off of loss. Lakers beat them 120-108 last year. First meeting this year. Who do you like?
Well, I mean, the Lakers, even with that win and cover last time out, they're 2-5, including the last 7 games. So they haven't been good. Since Austin Reeves went out, that was their second best player. It was not LeBron James. LeBron lovers, I'm sorry, he's finally showing some decline. And, you should at that age. But the Lakers just aren't getting enough from him and Luka to carry them. And they're not the greatest defensive team. In Denver, give them a break. They had 4 guys out, or 5 maybe even last game against Charlotte, and it was in a back-to-back spot. So they kind of mailed that in. They only scored 30-something, 35, I think, in the first half, in that range. I think they'll win this one. I think they'll win outright. I'm going to take Denver on the money line. If you want to take the 2.5, you can. Next game, Heat at the Kings. Heat minus 2.5, total 236.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, look, the Heat coming in as a minus 2.5-point chalk. And, of course, this ties in. We're very transparent with you guys, or try to be. This ties into the Warriors game. They're down by 10 with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter as we filmed this. So always keep that in mind. We filmed this the night before. So especially when you see different lines the next day, we're not smoking the ganja. That's what the line was at around when we filmed it the night before. The Kings won 127-111 against Miami back on December the 6th. So Miami remembers that loss. I'm assuming the Miami's going to lose to the Warriors tonight. Miami's the same team that beat Oklahoma City recently, the same team that beat Phoenix. That to me is impressive. Nearly beat the Celtics as well. The Kings coming off a tough loss against Portland, 110 110 to 117. To the Kings' credit, they did win 4 straight. That's a pretty big deal considering they only have 12 wins this year. They beat Houston, Lakers, New York, and Washington. Having said all of that, I understand Sacramento's off of a loss, but Miami has revenge. Miami coming off this likely loss against our Warriors here. I'm going to back the Miami Heat on the money line.
All right, that's what we have for today's 7 games. Don't forget, if you want in our top plays, people always say, what's your top play out of these? We make it very simple. You can go buy it. It's $99. You get a week pass. You'll get 1 play from me every day at least, 1 play from IC every day each. All you got to do is get in at DocSports.com/Craig Arun. Some days it'll be 7, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 unit plays. Some days it'll be 2, 3, or 4, but you're going to get 2 plays every day and with the write-up and all the reasoning. And they go for $30 per day. So that right there is what, like a $420 value for just $99 right here at this link. Good luck. See you again tomorrow.